Hi. Same question I had for the girls, ladies before, but you can come off, such a great win, one of the greatest wins of this NCAA tournament so far. What have the last few days been like for you, and have you come down off that high of winning such a big game?
Yeah, I think the last few days have been crazy. There's just a lot of love in the community, a lot of things going on. I've come down off the high. I think yesterday morning I was like, okay, let's refocus, like still try to take it all in, but also move on. And we came in and had a team meeting and talked about the schedule and kind of looking forward. So I think that's when we all kind of turned our heads to our next opponent.
Yeah, I would agree. Our fans have been great coming back home. Everyone gathered at the airport just to congratulate us and everything. So, yeah, I think it's really hard to come down from a game like that when you have so much support. And I'm still seeing videos of it, so it's hard to move on, But, yeah, I think, I'm starting to kind of getting into the next steps, next phases, and what's coming up. So, yeah.
You're 35 games into this thing, and one of the goals I know was getting past the first two rounds of the NCAA tournament. To this point of the season, what would be a theme? What would be a theme to the season so far? How would you encapsulate everything you've been through this year?
That's a really hard question on the spot. Gosh.
I know I can't think of like a one word. I would just probably, I think I said this before, but I would just say grit, how gritty our team has been, overcoming, Yoki going out with an injury, things like that, and then coming back for a short period and then she's out again. But yeah, I would just say overcoming situations like that and still being able to win big games, and then now here we are. With her back, going to the Sweet 16, things like that. I would just say, our grit and effort is just something that you can't take away from us and everything that we've accomplished. So, yeah.
Yeah, I guess one thing we have talked about all year is playing to our standard. So playing, not letting opponents get us out of what we want to do, forcing opponents to take the shots we want them to take. So making sure, we make the game the way we want it to be, and holding that standard for us, whether that's practice or warm-ups or timeouts, whatever the little details are, we are holding each other accountable no matter the circumstances.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
For both of you mentally, how are you preparing for the big stage you'll see in the Sweet 16 and beyond?
I'm more excited. I don't have too many nerves yet. I think we have a lot of experience in this group. I think we're kind of playing with that underdog mentality, which I think is, kind of playing with nothing to lose, but also knowing that we're very capable and confident in having a group with so much experience who can play with poise. And I don't know, I think we have a group who is mature. Even our younger girls are mature in the way that they play and the way that they carry themselves. So I right now just feel really confident.
Yeah, I would agree 100%. I'm really more so excited and not necessarily nervous. I'm just happy to be at this point still playing with this group of girls. Yeah, so I would just say I'm more excited than anything.
Serena, I also want to get your take on this. Do you think it's helped the team in some ways that you went so long without Ayoka in the lineup, so that when she does get in foul trouble, it doesn't, feel like anything different for you guys?
Yeah, sure. I think that was one of the things we kept telling ourselves when we were, struggling without her. It's okay, later down the line, this is gonna help us. When she's in foul trouble, or we have an advantage elsewhere, whether that's Kennedy or Amani, if we want to play fast. So yeah, I think you saw it in the Kentucky game when Yoki did have to come out. Kennedy held her own and did a really good job of getting to the free throw line, and we have a lot of girls who can step up in those moments. So kind of back to the same thing. We got a lot of girls with experience, and we're just grateful to be out there on the court still playing.
Serena, what'd you do with all that B-dubs you got the other day?
Yeah, I'm going to go have some after this for lunch. I got about 40 more wings sitting in my fridge, so trying to share them with my roommates. But No, that was cool. It's just a fun time of the year with a lot of those opportunities and a lot of local appearances that we're doing. I know a lot of girls have stuff tonight, which is a lot of fun for us just to be involved and feel the love from everyone in Manhattan.
Tamara mentioned she wasn't feeling confident when she missed her first 4 or 5 shots, whatever it was, against Kentucky. Said her teammates picked her up. I remember you talked about how you kept telling your shooters to keep shooting, keep shooting. Was it mostly you that said something to Tamara about keep shooting?
I'm not sure. I'm sure other girls did. I know I was telling Jay to keep shooting when she passed up one, like mid-game, we're running down the court. Well, you better shoot the damn ball, because that's how we've been successful all year, and we're not going to shy away from that on the biggest stage. And we have some of the best three-point shooters on the team in the nation. So I think, the most confidence in them, and I want to share that with them. And then I think Tamara gets to a point where she does, like, we need her not to think. We just need her to just shoot the ball if she's open, catch and shoot. And her being a threat just opens up so many things that maybe in that moment is hard to see for her. Even if she's missing, that's still, like, making them make a choice between Yoki. So just feeding that confidence to my teammates was fun.
My last thing is, for both of you, unless you got the same answer, but I know you guys watched the game together on Monday. You watched Juju go down, but you also probably learned a lot about USC. So right now, what do you think about them? What have you learned about USC?
Yeah, I mean, just an unfortunate situation for everybody involved, for our game, for the tournament as a whole. She's such a cool player. I mean, we all, as soon as we saw it, we're like, oh, that's not good. Like, we would love to play against her as competitors. That's what you want, is to play against the best. But if anything, we know that they're a really good team without her, and we can empathize with injuries and knowing how it feels to lose a really good player and wanting that even more for your team. So we know they're a good team, and they're obviously smart and well coached, and they're going to have a good game plan coming in.
I would agree with, that 100%.
What did this team learn about itself with Ayoka out, and how does that apply now that she's back and fairly healthy?
Yeah, I think we got a lot of confidence when she was out. I think girls like Kennedy Taylor that you see come in and have a really good, solid game for us against Kentucky when Yoki's in foul trouble. She's getting that confidence from having a lot of success throughout this whole year when Yoki's out and we need her to step up. Yeah, just figuring out how to play without her has helped us this year. I don't know specifics. Do you have any?
I would say, her being out allowed us to kind of go different routes with how we want to play, offense or defense maybe. So I think that's helped to elevate us as a team. And also, I agree, players like Kennedy, really step up and play that role, because that is big shoes to fill, but I think Kennedy has done it well, and
Jaelyn, I wanted to ask you about your role a little bit. You've got Serena has got the all-time assist record. Yoki's leading scorer and rebounder. It seems like your role is more of a complimentary player. Is that kind of how you see yourself fitting in? I think 8 rebounds and 6 assists the last game.
I just try to do whatever I can to help my team. I think the best way I can do that is defense and just shooting my shots when they're open. Sometimes those roles are different depending on the opponent, but I just do whatever my teammates feel will help us to be successful, and whatever Coach Minnie wants me to do that he thinks will help us to be successful as well.
And Serena, just maybe talk about Jaelyn a little bit, what you see as her greatest
This is your
strength.
favorite topic?
This is my favorite topic. No, I've talked about her all year of how she's just that consistent player from us. She's never going to get too high. I beg her to do a 3-point celebration, and she just simply won't do it sometimes. But she's never going to get too low either, So she's just that player for us that, once again, is experienced. I've played with her for 10 years. So we have great chemistry. She's someone that you can rely on, just know that she's going to do her job and do it well, and has a really good understanding always of our game and the game plan, and is disciplined. I could go on and on, but she's just consistent for us.
I wanted to ask Serena, is it challenging for you to be playing the biggest games of your career while you also have these other things going on, like NIL deals and, increased publicity? Just what's your perspective on that?
I mean, I think it's great. I think I'm just trying to take it all in. I think once we hit the road tomorrow, you kind of put the social media stuff away. You obviously don't have like appearances or anything, and really focus on the game. But we'll enjoy our stuff tonight, and this week has been a lot of fun. Waking up Monday to have a deal from something like Buffalo Wild Wings is like super special to be a part of, and what a cool time to live in with college athletics and just all the opportunities there. So yeah, you got to find a balance and know when it's time to put that stuff away and let's get back to the basketball, but want to take advantage of it too at the same time. So it's fun. Mm-hmm.
For both of you, even though she's redshirting, how special has it been to share the season with Briley?
Yeah, even though she is redshirting, just being able to come to college with her, and Serena as well. But yeah, being able to play college basketball with my sister for 3 years has been the best thing, something that I've always wanted. Yeah, so I'm super grateful to have that experience with her. And even though she's not on the court with us this year, she still plays against us and everything. She's a great competitor. She definitely helps to make us better, and plays her role well. So yeah.
Yeah, same. I mean, I've just known those two for so long. They're my sisters now, and we'll be friends for a very long time. And to have Briley maybe not be on the court, but we feel her support. We feel her on the bench, and she's always in practice on scout team, getting us buckets and talking trash, getting us ready. So yeah, we all three just have a really cool bond.
Last one with Kevin back.
Serena, I know that you mentioned after the game that you didn't think you'd get to the career assist record, but now that it's been a few days from there, how do you sort of reflect on getting that record and I guess checking that off the list?
Yeah. Yeah, I was really excited to get that record. That's a cool thing, especially when I remember like doing the math before the season. I was like, oh, that's a lot of assists, and you got to average a lot, and you got to have girls who can knock down shots, and so yeah, that's just been something really cool to accomplish, and credit to my teammates for being able to make shots, because I don't know, I've talked to Coach Minnie about this, I don't know if I'm a better passer this year. If we just have more shot makers, I probably would say more shot makers. Yeah, I don't have a great, I think, bigger perspective yet, because I'm still in it and it just happened, but I think looking back it'll be one of the coolest things that I've done here.